Good morning, students. Today, in this video, we are going to start with the first chapter of geography, that is, resources and development. In the chapter, we are going to discuss what is a resource, the different types of resources. We'll also discuss how does these resources lead us to the path of development, that is, how these resources help the human beings to develop, and therefore why does the planning and conservation of these resources becomes important. So let us begin. We will start with the definition of a resource. Resource is anything and everything available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our needs. At the same time, it should also fulfill three particular characteristics, that is, it should be technologically accessible. The first point is that it should be technologically accessible, which means that, for example, coal. Coal can be called a resource only when we have the appropriate technology to extract it from beneath the earth. Second, we talk about economically feasible, which means that the resource should not be a loss to us. Instead, we should benefit by the resource always. Thirdly, we talk about the third characteristic that is required is culturally acceptable, which means that the resource should not only be useful to us but also it should be useful to the society. We now move on with the chapter and discuss the interdependent relationship between nature, technology, and institutions. In the process of transformation of things available in our environment, the human beings interact with nature with the help of technology and then create institution to accelerate the economic development. Let us take an example and understand. Let's say the human beings want to extract gold from nature, and thus they interact with the nature to extract gold. But how do they do it? They extract gold with the help of some necessary and appropriate technology, and thus create, thus extract gold. After they extract gold, they thus form institutions. They create these institutions like Ministry of Gold, who perform several duties and actions to make proper use of these extracted resources in the most efficient way possible and then lead us to the path of development. Here are some simple and interesting points about resources to be noted down. Pause the video, read them, and try to understand these points on your own. If you face any problem, ask a query in the next class. That will be all for today's class. In the next class, we will discuss the types of resources. Thank you and have a nice day.